I see. Bueno. Yeah. What's up, guys? So this is obviously a little different. I've been trying to do lives on Sundays for you guys. And I had some neighbors that came over and hung out. We had a barbecue and they were hanging out. I'm like, let's go live. So actually, Duva,
I am Duva.
She was asking me questions about business and that kind of thing. So today will be a lot in Spanish and I'll talk in English as well. Pero ella quiere empezar un negocio del internet, ¿verdad? Y tiene preguntas. Y we were talking business, and so I was like, you know what? Why not get on and talk on video? I see. So like as you guys are coming in, looks like we got 5 people. If you don't mind, hit the like button and feel free to ask any questions as you pop in here. Thanks so much for jumping on. I know it's like kind of impromptu. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. I see. ¿Tienes una pregunta que quieres empezar o quieres esperar?
Okay. Quiero esperar.
Okay, está bien. So yes, pop any questions in here. Thanks for the likes and just chilling out. It's Sunday, yeah, we're just hanging out. So why not hang out with you guys? Cheers. Or salud.
Salud.
This is all the time what happens when you do turn on the camera. Like there was like a lot of conversation and talking about business and all that.
Oh, bueno.
And ¿está lista? Okay.
¿Tú alguna vez has hecho un negocio así en YouTube o algo así?
Sí, no es como yo tengo un negocio en YouTube, es más que yo uso YouTube para mis negocios. Sí.
Publicidad, más o menos.
Sí. So one of the things that she was asking is like, I've got several Instagram accounts. And this is actually a great question and just something that's valuable for you guys. And because I talk a lot about social media and not getting caught up in it and having to do like a lot of YouTube, a lot of social media in order to grow your business, or being dependent and doing a lot of that before you start your business. And so she was asking like, okay, like I see, you've got a couple of different Instagrams, you do a lot of videos. Are you a YouTuber? And that was like one of the first times I've been called a YouTuber. I'm like, no, I'm definitely not a YouTuber. And then I explained to them in Spanish, like, no, like I'm not really. And then I'm like, but yeah, but you kind of are because you use it for your business. But it's more that I have businesses that use YouTube as opposed to like being a YouTuber. I see, and one of the other things that this is great for me is that I want to start doing some videos where I mix in some Spanish and English because it will force me to improve my Spanish. If there's a business proposition to me, improve my Spanish, I feel like I'll do a lot more. So, así, yo explico a ellos que es como yo tengo negocios que puede crecer con YouTube. Es crecer como. Así, yo usarlo para mis negocios, pero no es como es mi negocio. Eso es la diferencia. Así, en realidad, yo soy un YouTuber.
No,
pero es más que yo tengo negocios y yo puedo usar YouTube para crecer mis negocios. Así, no estoy acá. Y eso es una cosa que es muy diferente. Porque en este canal yo tengo mucha gente que está interesada en una cosa de negocio, un parte. Así, no es que yo quiero más y más y más personas, las más personas posible, porque es más importante que yo tengo las personas correctas que las más personas. So what I was just telling them is that when one of the reasons I don't consider myself a YouTuber is that it's not about having the most people. It's not about having as many people as possible. It's more about having the right people that are interested in this specific thing. All right, we got some questions coming in. Christopher Young, what up? What's going on? Thanks for jumping on so much, sir. Aziz Saber says, is this the best time to buy an offline business during this pandemic? If so, what kind of areas would you suggest targeting? So I'm a very, very big fan of offline businesses right now. Some of the things that we're seeing are just, it's really, really incredible. If I were and I say in the US, but I'm getting, I got a lead on a hotel deal that is just absolutely incredible. No money down. Just there are deals that are going to be all over the world for those that are willing to do offline businesses. But, we're seeing better deals than ever for internet businesses as well. They're just not going to be as good. I mean, I'm talking million, this hotel is multi-million-dollar asset. They're at the end of their rope as far as cash. And so the cash is basically raising the money to be able to make the business last for whatever period of time. But you're getting $1 million asset just because they've got to walk away from it. And so those are some of the opportunities that are going to really just exist offline worldwide. Some industries, obviously the hotel industry. Yo, as y'all are coming in, be sure to hit like, by the way. Thanks for popping in. Hit the like button. Thanks so much. That shares it with other folks. It's good value. I answer questions and it's free. All you got to do is click. Literally all you have to do is, it's ridiculous, right? Like all you got to do is literally click the like button and it's 100% free. Thanks, Jordan. I appreciate it, man. You get it. You get it. So anyways, working very cool, excited. Was just talking on this hotel deal, and it's one that's really interesting. But there are going to be a bunch more of these as we kind of move through these tough times. Now, I think you want to be very open. It's more about the deal. If you can minimize the amount of the down payment, the amount of upfront, I think this is the time that you're just going to be able to walk into businesses. You're going to be able to walk into businesses and take them over. So yeah, I would personally be open as opposed. It would be more about the deal and the situation. This deal that I'm talking about in South America. It's not about targeting a type of deal. I've got experience. I own a hotel here in Colombia, or I'm a partner in a hotel here in Colombia. And yeah, so it's not so much about the industry as it is, hey, can I minimize my risk in this deal? Can I take over the business? Do I have enough cash to make sure that we make it through COVID if it's something that's been impacted by COVID? And that's the area. I would just be targeting, when you talk about area to target, I would be targeting really great deals. Andrew, you got to come down. I'm excited about our call coming up. And I think we got a call coming up in this week sometime, because that deal is something that I think is just has a lot of potential, especially in the times that we're in right now. Melvin, what's up? Jordan Light, I appreciate it, Jordan. Appreciate the info, no problem. What are your thoughts on senior care industry? Dude, I have a video and an interview coming out on the senior care industry. So basically with a guy. He's grown their business to like 7 figures a month, and doing it remotely. That's one of the other things. Like, I think so many people think that if you have an offline business that you can't, that now you're stuck running it. And you've got to be there. And the truth is, if you're kind of a tech savvy person, you can probably run it from anywhere. So right now I've got a hotel business. I've got a car wash business. I'm an investor in a lot of, now about to be investor in some other offline business back in the US. So there's a lot of things that are happening that make that possible. So yes, check that out. Okay.
Entiendo lo que están diciendo.
Sí, yo sé. Okay, otra pregunta. I got to get back to the Spanish. I want to try to mix it up so I keep you guys, but then maybe we start to get some Spanish people. I also do think. I'm literally never heard of fighter jet fly by my place. There is literally a fighter jet flying over right now in Colombia, which there's no reason for a fighter jet to be flying over Colombia.
El día de la independencia.
Sí, eso es acá.
Sí, acá. 20 de julio.
No sabía eso. ¿Y por qué no hay más fiestas hoy?
Pero no vino.
So one of the things is that estaba el día de independencia en los Estados Unidos y todos tienen fiestas.
Pero después del coronavirus.
Yo sé, pero la coronavirus es más en los Estados Unidos que acá. Pero en los Estados Unidos no importa. No importa. Tiene muchas fiestas. So I didn't even realize this because literally there weren't a lot of parties. So today's the Day of Independence in Colombia. And sí. Gracias, Melvin. See, I need some more Spanish comments coming back. But yeah, so I didn't even know it was the Day of Independence here. And so I was telling them that on the Day of Independence, or they were saying like, no, like obviously we wouldn't have parties or anything because like the coronavirus. And I was like, yeah, like, but the coronavirus is way worse in the US and everybody was having parties, like 10 times worse. So yeah, pretty funny, but pretty chill Day of Independence here. I think the only sign of celebration that I've had is a single fighter jet flying over my house. Crazy. All right, let's see what we got. Jordan, yes, look out for that video. I will release that this week. Izzy, what's up, man? Thanks for popping on. Yeah, mix it up, have some guests over, so figured I'd have them jump on. How do I get a seller to open up about their financials if I don't have an attorney account, blah, blah, blah? Absolutely. So before I answer that, I do. ¿Tiene otra pregunta?
Yo no, y tú, Adrián.
De negocios.
Es que no sé.
Pero tú antes tenías muchas cosas que quieres hablar de negocios, ¿sí? No. Pero puedes esperar, yo voy a respuesta a esto y después a ti. Bueno. Okay. So, when it comes to financials, I think the first thing is building a relationship with the person. It's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm getting a bunch of deals. Yo, what are you doing? So, right now there's a lot of deals that are coming through. There's a lot of deal flow. And, even with this, I get referred deals. And so even this deal I was talking about here in South America, one of the things that, I'm saying to the guys, like, okay, like I need this financial, I need that, And he's like, yeah, but it's like, it's no money. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's my time. It's like, literally, like, you can just have this. Like, why do you need all this information? And, you know, you always want to get everything. I want to understand the debt situation. You know, even though in this situation, I'm not taking over anything, I'm creating a new entity. And so, you know, from his perspective, it's like, yeah, like, like, this is an amazing deal. Why do you want all of this? And it's two reasons. Number one, to protect yourself on the downside, but even if there's limited downside, on the other end, it's like being able to hit the ground running once you take over things on the upside. And so knowing the assets, one of the things, what's up, Miss Dr. Rump? I almost said Mr. Rump, Dr. Rump. Trey's from my hometown, Chattanooga. Thanks for jumping on, homie. You'll pick up on some of the Spanish. We're mixing it up here. Okay.
I have that question.
Okay. Voy a terminar con este y tú puedes preguntar. So that's the first thing. It's like you always want to get the financials. The second thing is being the first to bring up the NDA. You seem more professional when you send them an NDA for them to sign. Basically, like, hey, I want to protect your information before they bring up anything. And I've had a lot of success with that, with just, number one, having an NDA, having your company already plugged in and all that there. It just makes them feel more comfortable. So that would be the other part. You don't need an accountant. You don't need an attorney to get all of that. You may want to have those to review, or first accountant. You want to have the accountant to review things. The way that I pull in an accountant so that you're not getting charged a bunch of money is to say, hey, if I buy this business, then I'm going to sign on with your bookkeeping services to do all the bookkeeping, the tax accounting, willing to pay retail. And so you get them to come in and be a part of your journey with the agreement that you're going to be a client for them, and that, the businesses that you buy, that they help you do due diligence on, that they're going to be clients of theirs. So that is how I would handle that. Kino, what up? Okay. ¿Cuál es la pregunta?
¿Qué me recomiendas para iniciar el negocio en Internet?
Pero primero, okay, so her question was, what would I recommend? And this is interesting too, because we're talking about starting businesses from scratch. And she's asking, like, what would I recommend? Así, pero ¿cuál cosas quiere o le gusta? Es como, ¿cuál cosa le gusta de negocio? ¿Que piensas que va a estar algo de sus pasiones o algo como eso?
Pues lo de la cocina, un canal de cocina o algo.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Ok, sí. Me encanta. Así, y quiere hacer en YouTube, ok.
Sí, o Instagram también, subir fotos y videos tutoriales, cosas así.
Me encanta. Así, para mí, yo pienso que la primera cosa es solo que en pensar. Y es como tiene tiempo en su vida ahora, cuando está joven, que puede usar por divertirte o puede hacer cosas más productivas. Así, es solo que en pensar. Es solo que no es algo único. Yo sé muchas personas que tienen negocios que nosotros compramos. Y ellos solo hacen un blog. ¿Blog es el mismo en español? Sí, hacer un blog porque es su pasión. Y después, personas les gusta. Tenemos dos ahora. Los dos son de arte. Y arte no es una cosa que hace mucho dinero, pero comprar uno negocio de arte era de una chica, y la razón que véndelo a nosotros es porque ella estaba con no estoy interesada en negocios. Solo quiero hacer arte y yo empezar este negocio para conectar a otras personas y ahora es un más grande negocio que yo pensaba que va a estar, así quiero venderlo. Así puede empezar con la cosa que quiere hacer.
¿Y qué tipos de preguntas? Pues que no entiendo esas preguntas en inglés que te han preguntado.
¿Qué?
Las preguntas en inglés, no te están haciendo preguntas.
Sí.
Pues que no sé qué dicen. Pues
Ok. Sí. Yo puedo digarte con los respuestas. All right. Be sure y'all are hitting like because it's not just my ugly mug here today. We have two beautiful Colombians who decided to pop on because we were talking business a bit, and they're looking at starting a business from scratch, which the funny thing too is I think it's a huge opportunity in other countries because of the arbitrage in living. You know, a lot of people are just able to live on a lot lower amount of money, and they can start a business and generate some money from a blog. Some of these blogs that we buy are literally their living. Like they could live very, very well. And so, I think it's a big opportunity in some of these other countries just to start something from scratch and have a blog that's generating some income. All right, let's see. And she basically, one of the things that she said was that you're not translating the answers that I'm giving you guys to them. So I have to do it said, thanks, Ace. Great value in that answer. I'm going to write that down. No problem. And let me know, as you get into that deal, if you have any specific questions. Dude, I got a video. I just saw SB. I'm going to read this next question, but I've got a video coming up that is going to be all about credit. I haven't been a big proponent of borrowing loans for a little while now. Now the multiples are getting down to a point where it's worth it. It's worth it to borrow. The risk is so much lower than it was just a few months ago. It's a very, very big opportunity. Una razón que no habla mucho de las respuestas de ellos porque hay muchas personas en mi canal que quieren comprar un negocio.
Ya.
Y así hay algunas cosas que puedo explicar, pero si no es una cosa que es importante para ti. All right, Joshua. Question: if I get an SBA loan, how many days do I have to buy the business? Or how many days can I keep the money in my account? So it's back all the way up. Unfortunately, y esta pregunta es de una cosa de los Estados Unidos, cuando el gobierno trabaja con los bancos y da dinero, no da, pero hace una...
Subsidios.
No. Anybody know how to say loan? I don't know how to say loan in Spanish. Pero ayuda a un negocio que necesita dinero.
Emprender.
Créditos. Hacer créditos a un negocio. Así, eso no, sí, pero eso no existe acá, no, es como...
Acá, poco.
Tal vez así nosotros podemos empezar eso y... So, backing up, when it comes to SBA loan, it's important to remember that you only get the loan based on the business. So you have to already have the business under contract in order to apply. So you don't get a loan. It's really just like a mortgage loan. It's like a mortgage. They're not going to give you the loan and then you go find a house and then they put the money in your account and you use it. You are putting a contract on the business and you're bringing it back. Even if you're starting a business, you're giving the business plan, what you're going to do with the money, blah, blah, blah. based on that. So you would only have the money if you already have the business. But now is a really great time to do SBA. There's some big things that are happening with the organization called Action. I'm going to be doing more. There's just too much money out there. I'm going to be doing more videos on credit because now's a good time to do credit. Otra pregunta antes que. Sí, ¿tú tienes una pregunta? No. All right. Jordan, I appreciate that. Jordan says, I want to take a moment to applaud you on your Spanish, my brother. I appreciate that. Pero es horrible, ¿no? Está bien. No. Sí. Gracias. Tajender, what is up? What are you up to, Tajender? I think you're on my list of calls. Tajender is another Deal Makers Institute member. So cheers to you. And Kristen just says sexy girls for no reason. Oh, no, sexy girls, these sexy girls. I'm sorry. So sorry, Kristen. Muy bien. Pienso que ella pregunta, ¿tú cómo estás?
Fine.
Pienso que ella...
en español. Bien, Cristian. ¿Y tú?
No.
And you.
¿Tú vas a responder?
Yo también, muy bien. Gracias.
I love the fact that my head, when I first saw the sexy girl coming, I was like, oh no, this is a spammer. I don't really get spammers. And then I forgot, no, I have I don't ever have sexy girls on the channel. So thanks, Kristen. And dice que tiene ¿qué dice? ¿Sabe? Oh, no.
Tú tienes una buena vida. ¿Qué?
Sí.
Algo así.
Sí.
Tienes una...
Okay,
Para la fiesta,
The Independence Day, Colombian Independence Day. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, any tips or tricks? Joshua, what's up? Any tips or tricks on how to find deals? It's all about networking right now. I think there are more deals than ever before. I've given some stuff before. I've given a bunch of these, reaching out to banks. That would be a new one. I don't think I've ever talked on a live about this. So banks right now are in renegotiations. They're talking to some of their clients, and a lot of these clients that are baby boomers especially, and this is something that a lot of people aren't talking about, are want to get rid of their business. And they're basically saying, okay, I don't want the business anymore. And y'all are bugging me. And so I'm just going to walk away from the business and give it to you guys. And so there are a lot of business owners that have businesses and they're baby boomers and they were going to sell at some point anyway. Now the business is closed and the banks are having to take back these assets. And they're not going to be on the seller's market because they know, hey, I owe the bank, and the bank, I'm not paying the bank. And so the bank's going to take it. So that is a trick. Call the SBA offices of local, especially credit unions, small banks. I wouldn't really deal with the larger B of A's or anything like that, but credit unions and small banks, calling them, contacting their SBA market. And unlike their real estate foreclosure market, guess what? As we always talk about, nobody's contacting them based on buying internet or buying small businesses. Let's see. All right, to gender, perfect. Look forward to connecting. Yes, I do. I feel very blessed to have created this little life that has come to fruition. Kristen, where are you located? I'm curious. Essie, this is almost like a little party. Exactly. Get to hang out, talk. I am in Colombia. Right now, I am in Medellín. ¿Cómo se llama donde tú eres?
Medellín, Córdoba.
Córdoba. Los dos de ellos están de un otro pueblo. Yeah, why y'all keep I feel like there's like other stuff going on here. To gender retracted her message. Curtis popped in, said something, retracted his message. What are y'all talking about on here? Los dos escribe algo y después está como, no quiero que está eso. Y yo está como, no, yo quiero leer. ¿Qué quieres decir? Así. Joshua, great advice. Thanks, man. No problem. Keep me posted. Let me know. And, one of the things about a lot of this stuff is that a lot of people don't necessarily do it, but keep in mind that it's the reason that it works, like especially in this space, nobody does any of this stuff. And it is the reason that it works. Okay.
¿Cuál es tu opinión sobre qué?
Dan Peña es un hombre que enseña cosas similares que yo. Es un viejo, no está guapo como yo.
Como yo.
Y lindo como yo. Es como nada. Yo voy a mostrar.
Y además,
they want to see I'm going to show them who Dan Peña is. It's like, why would you even bring that dude up on this?
Y es interesante.
No.
Sí. Eso, nunca conocí él, no sé nada de él, pero no, él es el hombre. I don't know anything to say about Dan Peña. But I love that this space has become, I've been doing this stuff for a very long time. And yeah, love that people are talking about it, man. As y'all are coming in, be sure to hit the like button. And I don't like, the space is so big that there's just no competition. I think that's one of the things that I get a lot is that, like, oh, it's a competition, what do you think about this guy, that guy? And it's like, we really don't come across them. Like I've got 3 people on this that are a part of our program, Curtis, Tajender, Andrew. And it just like, it's not like we're going up against Dan Peña students or any of the other students. They like, it's not a thing where it literally just isn't a part of the reality. Curtis, what's up, man? Thanks for jumping on. Joshua, I've always wondered I think you're saying if. Ace, I always wondered if there was a type of software that does business valuations where I can, I'll read the rest, but I have a short answer. Do you have any method for evaluations that you can share? This is one of those things that it really is experience. There's such an art to doing valuations that I would be remiss to tell you that there's a trick. It's kind of like, painting a painting or something like that. You want that aspect. You look at some of the greatest deal makers in private equity, Henry Kravis, and Steve Schwartzman, just any of these guys. And what you'll see is that there's a bunch of modeling. There's a bunch of like all this stuff that goes on, and the underlings do these things. But at the end of the day, they're trusting a real deal maker, a real artist when it comes to this to put together the numbers and understand beyond just statistics or any of that, what they should be paying for the business, number one, and even more important is what the deal structure should be. So there's softwares out there, but I'm very, and there's methodologies out there, but I'm so hesitant because if that were the case, you could run a private equity fund like a hedge fund. Hedge funds now are run by computer-generated models, and they're able to make money. And you know, when it comes to private equity, that is not the case. The greatest private equity funds are not just, you know, outsourcing to a model. Bueno, ¿qué cosa piensas que es la más gran oportunidad acá en Colombia?
¿Cómo?
La oportunidad más grande acá.
Más grande, sí.
¿Cuál? Hablemos de
¿Qué tú piensas? Solo
como
su opinión.
lo que es el arriendo, lo que es de arrendar viviendas, hotelería y esas cosas, bienes raíces.
Yo pienso también, pero va a estar muy interesante qué pasa con todo eso ahora, Corona. ¿Y tú qué piensas?
La oportunidad para mí acá está en los campos, obviamente, pues
¿Por
porque
qué?
tenemos mucha variedad de ecosistemas y acá hay mucha agricultura, hay mucho para sembrar, hay mucha variedad de frutas, alimentos, la gente siempre va a tener hambre, siempre hay que comer.
Sí.
Sí, entonces por ese lado es donde
Yo
creo
quiero una finca que puede crecer cosas como...
Y son muy baratas.
Sí, yo sé.
Por ejemplo, ahorita con todo esto que está pasando, puede haber escasez de alimentos, pero si tú tienes una finca que tienes cosechas, comida, vas a estar bien, no te vas a morir por lo menos de hambre. Ese es el mío. Bueno.
So I just asked them what they felt like the biggest opportunities were here. One feels like the biggest opportunity here is hotels, which makes me feel good. I own a hotel here. And the other feels like the big opportunity is the arbitrage between going out into El Campo or in the Las Fincas, the farms. Sí. The farms. And, you know, being able to, it's just the land is super, super cheap. You can basically earn income off of selling the vegetables and fruits and all of that. And so I do think that that's one of the places that I want to diversify. I don't have a farm. Ty Lopez has a farm. Ty and them are doing some really great deals, by the way, if you guys aren't keeping up. They just did a deal on Pier 1. They're working on a deal. I was talking to one of the guys over at on his little team. They're working on a deal on linens and things, which I think will be awesome. Let's see, it's always on there. All right, Joshua. Okay.
No,
¿Tú vas a leer? ¿Tú puedes leerlo?
No.
Right,
Pequeñas cosas.
Pequeñas cosas.
El banco, ideas o una idea en el banco. So.
¿Sí?
No sé.
The big idea sounds great. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do if I'm contributing sweat equity. I've scaled multiple e-com brand. Dude, that's it. I want to do it for equity instead. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, you know, these banks are confused. That's why I love banks as a target market. The banks have no idea what to do with these businesses. So if you're able to go in and just give them basically, here's the thing that a bank is looking for. They've already done a loan on this business, and now the business doesn't have anybody to operate it. So the loan is already there. The money is already there. If you come in and you can, number one, look at the business and say, hey, in 90 days, I'll be able to start making payments again. That's number one. And number two, demonstrate that you know what you're talking about. Here's the business plan. Here's what I'm going to do with this business to be able to generate that. It's a very easy deal. I've gotten two of the deals that I bought back in the day when I was doing some of these things were just on my own or whatever, hustling, were from banks. Just beautiful, beautiful deals. I remember one of the deals that I got. It was a business, been in business for 38 years, and the owner had died. The wife had no idea what to do with it. and I get a call from a bank that I reached. And this is the other thing that's so important. It's like you have to reach out and not expect anything right then. Just reach out and say, hey, I'm here. This is what I do. Here's my talent. You reach out to everybody within a 60-mile radius, and you just wait. There's nobody else that's reaching out to them, telling them that. And so I get a call from a banker. I wonder if I can say what bank it is. It's a bank called Cornerstone in Chattanooga. Trey, shout out to Trey, he knows Cornerstone. And he's basically like, hey, man, you still buying businesses? And again, this is one of those cases. I sent, contacted them 2 years before maybe, saying, hey, I buy businesses if you have a situation. It's like, hey, had your name down here as you buying businesses. Do you still buy businesses? And I was like, yes. He's like, well, can't give you any information here because it's, there's confidentiality involved. But if I were you, I would stop by so-and-so business and talk to the owners. And that's literally all he told me. This isn't like they're just handing it to you on a silver platter. It's like, and then, and basically said, once you talk to them, if you're able to get them to open up to you and share things with you and tell you that you can talk to me, then we can talk. And so that's what I did. And that ended up being a no money down deal that was a just beautiful, beautiful business. Great, great deal. All right, let's do maybe 2 more of these and then I'll get out of here. Let's see what we got. Melvin. In the healthcare sector, like a 7-figure acquisition at the moment. DD of the business in Utah. Excellent. Signed NDA. That's the first step. The first I'm going with one seller was the second meeting. But yeah, like just moving forward, man. Moving forward is the key here. Curtis says, hey, I wasn't gonna say it. Curtis did. We get people from Dan. So if anything, I appreciate everybody that's in this space because, hey, we're pretty awesome. we just out here doing deals, man. We're not trying to sell you on coming to a seminar and dressing up in a suit. I'm not trying to because I didn't close too many deals when I wasn't in suits to try to force you to dress up in a suit. We're not trying to convince you on any of this other stuff, man. We're just like, yeah, let's go close some deals. So you are exactly right, Curtis. We get people that definitely, and I've had clients. Yeah, I've got clients that were Dan's clients, and then they have to come to us to really get something done. So shout out to everybody in the space that's promoting us. We appreciate it. Melvin, there was an owner. And I think the other thing is like we don't need a bunch of, I think, I say this right now, literally the program is closed. Like I don't even say that trying to convince you to contact us because the program is literally closed. Because we're not in the business of trying to sell 1 million people onto our program. We're in the business of just doing deals and picking the right people that are going to help us do deals. There was an owner that's taking money out of the business and still backyard in Kansas. Represent. What are your thoughts on progress? No, like even that bank example I just gave, I am there isn't a time frame. I want as many people to know about me as possible. I have people who reached out to me that I start negotiating on a deal and they reach out to me 4 years later that, just turn out to be really great deals. Peter, Curtis is right. Dan Pennant introduced the world of M&A to me and led me to you. It's a beautiful thing. Yes, I literally just prefer to be a hidden gem. If we could just have people that already have the basics so that we can go to this next level with them and really do some amazing stuff. That's what we want to do. So thanks, Peter. I'm sure you're getting bored. ¿Estás aburrido? No, pero no entiende nada o entiendes un poquito.
Un poquito. Lo que leo.
Sí, porque estoy hablando un poquito rápido. All right. Interesting. So the assets is almost at a rock bottom price as it is, and the banker, exactly. They're just trying to keep the loan from going bad. Exactly. All right, so these are some really good things. Omar, if you'll put that's almost a single video worth of content on raising seed capital for a fund. Jen, yes. There, it is definitely possible to get 100% seller financing, especially. I was doing it, years ago, and 20 years ago it was very easy. Then it got difficult. 10 years ago it was very easy. Then it got difficult, and now it's very weird to me because just so you guys know, literally did my first deal in 1998. Saw a crash in 2001. Then had some amazing things happen that was 98 to 2008. That crashed to 2010. I mean, it's almost like clockwork how closely these things happen. It's almost really weird and uncanny. You roll up your sleeves. No, I don't operate any businesses anymore. But I did, like you have to. I did for 10 years. I probably, now I have clients that, even Curtis is a partner in one of the funds. And, I've got clients that are doing what took me 10 years because I had to do trial and error. And they're doing it in a couple of years, from zero to operating, pulling up their sleeves, hustling, in 2 years, kind of out of that world. But yeah, it took me 10. I had to figure it out. And now I help people get away from that. What's good on Ace? What up, Adam? What's popping? Josh says, thanks again. All right, I didn't get to all the questions. ¿Quieres decir algo antes que terminar? No, adiós, no, gracias. No.
Gracias. Pero en español.
No, inglés.
Thanks. Muchas gracias. ¿Cómo se dice? Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for coming. Es como, gracias por venir acá.
Thank you very much for coming.
¿Quieres decir algo antes que salga? ¿En español o inglés, como quieres?
No, goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, we out. Thanks so much for popping on. If I didn't get your question, put it in the video that comes live after this, and I will definitely get to it. Enjoy your Sunday. Happy Independence Day.